opening up the pitch a little bit better as well with the positions that they're taking up. And
one ball. Oh, lovely work. Shawal. Firstly, the ball won by Tonton.
a good bit of skill by Emi, and it just takes the contact and wins the free kick. Clever bit of play.
Will be a lot happier, won't he? Tatsuma Yoshida. And now you can really hear the chants for the Singapore crowd, but here come Indonesia. Evan Dimas. Witan Sulaiman. And away by Harris. That was the first touch was from Irfan. Ricky Kambuaya. That's outside the box.
Oh, I think Pratama Arhan has gone over to say it's right on the line. If it's on the line, it should be a penalty. Clumsy from Nazrul. He could have really been punished here. Oh, that's a penalty.
That's it, the box, isn't it?
Oh, that should have been a penalty. Very fortunate, Singapore, that there's no video assistant referee, because that should have been a penalty to Indonesia.
Yeah, from the angle we were on, it was very, very tight. The referee immediately pointed to a free kick. As you can see from that replay, a clear penalty for Indonesia. That will be a talking point. Not many protests on that one either. Here's Evan Dimas. They don't know what's happened. I'm not sure the rest of them do. Indonesia about to make another change here. Haris Putra is going to come on. Oh, he's done his job magnificently. Well, the man has only been on for about half an hour. He's off. There's Rawalian, who's taken off by Haris Putra. That is never something most players want to have, but he goes across to his coach, shakes his hand.
I was looking for that potential flashpoint.
That's flipped over. El Kabagat, he'll be the one that they'll look for in these sort of situations. Sagara Putra, 22 years of age. Just his second cap. His first one was coming on against Malaysia right at the end of the last game. Maybe Reka. There's a foul, yes. Dewanga is furious, shaking his head.
Important for Emireka to make sure he held on to it or won a free kick in that situation. Singapore under a little bit of pressure. Indonesia starting to get themselves back into this game.
Shawal trying to get a touch on. Here he's back on the ball. Nakama trying to clear it. It will be a throw-in for Singapore. Alfranja Dewanga. Away by Evan Dimas. 10 minutes left in this match, plus some added time, and this is just the first of two legs. for Singapore and Indonesia.
Covered by Harris. Seems more comfortable in the center of defense. He's done in midfield in this competition.
Indonesia have responded fairly well since that goal. A good little spell right after it. Trying to get a grip on this game, aren't they, again? Van Dimas with the delivery, straight forward for Hassan Sani. He was looking out at Faris Ramli, and he's going to deliver the ball to him anyway. That was perhaps telegraphed. Great work there from Hannes. Here is the new forward. Now Asnawi. Away by Shadan Sulaiman. Ravanga is there ahead of Emireka. Here is Van Dimas. Good work here from Hannes to the wing back. Pratama. A foul on Faris Ramli.
Well, Hannes has already made a really good impact since coming on for Ezra Walian. Been buzzing around that forward line, already linking up on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side. I think they caused a few issues for the Singapore defence with his link-up play. It's been such an even game of football. Fascinating to see the changes from the first half and into the second.
Tonton on Hannes, who's done a great turn and shot, but straight at Hassan Sani.
Well, Hannes in the 5 minutes that he's come on has made so much more of an impact than Ezra Walian did in his time on the pitch. It's an attempt. I mean, if it taken a deflection of Harris, that could have ended up in the back of the net. A little bit of curve at the end there, just almost fooling Hassan. Touch off from Nazrul. Here's Anumantan. Now Emireka. We're going to get a late goal here to give one of these sides the edge going into the second leg, which is on the night of Christmas, 25th of December, Saturday night. Mark that in your calendars. Quick one there by Shawat Emireka. There's a foul on Shawat. Wonderful leap from Shawal. Timing of that jumper. About to see another change for Singapore here with Hafiz Noor.
First time he's appeared in this edition. Hafiz Noor. Yet another Lion City Sailors player. Intercepted that ball. Look at this run here. Anumantan trying to stop Asnawi. We saw what he could do in the first half. And that was behind Rutan Sulaiman. But Singapore come roaring back the other end. Here's Faris Ramli.
That was incredible from Asnawi, wasn't it? That run. I mean, again they tried to foul him. It's almost like, reminds me a little bit of
Harris doing enough.
Sorry, I was supposed to claim that. I was going to say the way Asnawi runs up and down that right-hand side, or especially down that right-hand side, is and they try to stop him. He's like as if he's slathering in that baby oil, which is what Nama Traore does, doesn't he? for Wolves. Can't take him down when he starts moving.
The only difference is the physique, Roshan, I think.
That's now he's getting there, I think, you know, with the physique. Because you can't foul him.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened in that first goal.
Yeah.
Almost happened there. There's just such amazing pace about this Indonesian side, isn't there?
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's really exciting when they get into that full flow. Mind you, Singapore have got good pace themselves. The likes of Shawal on the pitch now. Faris, Iksan when he was on. And now another quick, speedy player about to come on for Singapore to replace Faris Ramli.
Yeah, I mean, Hafiz Noor is now 33. He's still got bags of pace about him. Faris Noor's played his part, hasn't he, this evening with the assist for Iksan Fandi.
Yeah, and I think he got more involved in the game in the second half. You know, they cut out the first half. You could see they were trying to counter-attack very quickly. Lots of direct balls being played forward. Not quite finding the accuracy in those passes, and the pass selection wasn't very good from Singapore in the first half. Second half, they got players closer together in certain situations, and at the same time, they were able to sort of position themselves in a way that could stretch out the pitch, you know, and stretch out this Indonesian side. And so those connections, those players were closer around in possession of the ball. They were moving in to receive, and then they were runners off the ball, as they're doing here once again.
Oh, that's a great shot there for Demi Reka. But relatively comfortable in there for Nadio.
It's increased the pace of their play as well in the second 45. Singapore, wonderful work here. Spins away, receives it. Off Hafiz Noor. Testing the goalkeeper. Really good shot. Difficult one as well to execute. It's bouncing around like that from range at speed.
So well to me. Singapore here with Shannon Sulaiman's corner. Away by Baggett. You think, Roshan, this might be the template now, right? With Harris in the three and perhaps Anumantan there in the midfield?
Yeah, that could work for them. I mean, again, it really depends on what they're trying to do, right? It changes from game to game, and just because it's working now doesn't necessarily mean.
Dimas. Very fine. Such pace about Irfan.
But I will say that they have looked a lot more organised since Harris has gone into the centre of their back line. Zulkarnain has done very well there, you know, to make sure that he was able to keep pace with Irfan. Track back, get on the inside, get goal side, come across. And shepherd it all the way to your goalkeeper.
That's a quick upfield. Irfan.
One straight through with the top of Witan Sulaiman as well. Been a dangerous one, this.
Witan picks himself up. Just as he picked up this Indonesian crowd here with his goal.
Yeah, I love the finish. Love the finish. His composure in that position, just opens his body up, guides it past Hassan Sani, and then here Faris carries the ball forward, beats a man, and then plays it into that space that was vacated by the central defender who had pushed forward to try and stop the run of Faris Ramli. But just before that as well, the header from Zulkarnain I think was very important. First time header straight into Faris Ramli, and that meant the momentum of the move was kept alive.
And look at that, with the top scorers in the tournament. Iksan Fandi on to 3. Witan now got 2. And Irfan, Iksan I should say, 11 goals now in 25 appearances. Not a bad return.
That's a very good return. I think that's a really good return for a centre forward on the international stage.
He's talking to his brother Ilhan there. many people's lips, but we're going to see all three Fundy brothers together. All sons, of course, of the legendary Fandi Ahmad, known particularly well in both Singapore, of course, and Indonesia. They spent a lot of time. Yabes Roni will have a cameo here in place of the hugely impressive Irfan Jaya. Plays his football with Persipura Jayapura. Bali United, excuse me, the 26-year-old, wearing his 6th cap today.
One last opportunity perhaps for Indonesia with Yabes Roni coming on. A bit more pace in there. Last minute and a half or so. Buaya.
Here's Pratama Arhan. Slips it to Kambuaya. Hanumantan. Pace of Yabes Roni on him. He's held off that challenge. About a minute left of this added time.
Well, assuming it stays this way, we're right back where we started. No away goals, so
throw in by Pratama.
nothing
Goes
really,
on for a goal kick.
Nothing really changes. Nothing's really changed. Oh, it's given a corner.
Oh wow. Nazrul, very casual there. A contentious moment perhaps. Right at the end of this match, if they go on and score, Elkan Baggett scored off a corner. He will be the one to watch out for. He's got a lot of players around. The referee has noticed that. There he is. Anu, Safwan and Irfan all around him. And that's away by Shawal Anwar, and that will be it. Well, what a second half I think we had. That game came to life. Iksan Fandi with the crucial equaliser for Singapore. Roshan, both coaches will have had some good moments here, and it's a fair result.
Yeah, I mean, 1-1 in a match where away goals and things like that don't matter. It doesn't really change anything going into the second leg. It's great for us neutrals.
Absolutely.
It's all kept alive for the second leg. It was a strange match. You know, I thought Singapore were a little bit flat in the opening 45. Indonesia were the better side. And then the second half, Singapore woke up with those changes that they made, with the structure to the team. They upped the intensity and the tempo of their game. Got the reward with that equaliser. Whereas Indonesia then in the second half started to look a little bit wobbly in certain situations, looked a little bit tired. So it's a fair result in the end. And this makes things very, very exciting going into the second leg at the weekend.
That was a nice way of saying a game of two halves. Well, it has been, entertaining in parts. Of course, there is still a long way to go. We are only at the halfway stage of this semi-final, and it's honours even. And they do it all again in just 3 days on the first night of Christmas. Let's see who will come bearing gifts. Full-time score here in the first leg semi-final of this AFF Suzuki Cup 2020. It's Singapore 1, Indonesia 1. And the crowd showing their appreciation. I think this will be refreshing after what we saw or heard in that last game.
I think this is important from Singapore's perspective. This is very important that they were able to give their fans something to shout about, something to cheer. Like they've come out, and to be fair, the majority of fans in Singapore that have come out to these matches have been very supportive of the team. I think they had a small group of supporters perhaps booing them after that game against Thailand, and this was a good response from them, especially in the second half. And it creates a lot of enthusiasm for the second leg. And the same for the Indonesian fans. You know, they've been brilliant, and the players have gone over just to show their appreciation for the fans that have come out to support them, and I'm sure they'll be back to support their side in the big one, in the decider.
It was interesting, wasn't it? You mentioned how the game went a bit flat at times for one team or the other, just like the crowd is what reflects what's going on the pitch. But then there was a good period, about 10-15 minutes, where both sets were doing all they could. They got nice and stretched, it was a bit of end-to-end. They had their chances, but it was over a game of few clear-cut opportunities.
Yeah, that quality in those attacking positions was just missing. But I can